It was good, man. He's been here, hanging out.
Just things have changed from a couple of years ago. We're obviously coming off the 10 wins. There are now expectations for this team. Do you feel that? Do you feel like this team should be in the playoff mix through week 18?
Yeah, I mean, every team wants to get to the playoffs, but right now we're just worried about getting better, trying to win the next one, and see how what we have to work with here.
This roster, as you look at it, even obviously, knowing you can't think about December now, is this a high quality roster, as you take, just a look at what you have?
Yeah, I think the guys we have in place here, everybody's really talented. It all depends on how well we work together and how well we can put our game plan in place.
What do you think of the new facility?
It's great, yeah. It's a little step above the Davie facility, but it's really nice.
Jesse, last summer you talked about reading some books on leadership and trying to take that level of your game to the next step. Anything like that this offseason you're doing, and how do you think that kind of helped your leadership last year?
Yeah, being put in a leadership role, for me, it was just been, how well I can do it. Like lead by example is how I usually try to be. I'm not a big hoorah guy or anything. I didn't really read anything on leadership this year. It's just more so of trying to develop on myself too, like how to become a better person.
How excited are you about seeing the next step for the rookies last year? Austin in year 2, Rob, see potentially changes positions.
Mm-hmm.
How excited are you about those two in particular?
Yeah, those guys are really talented. They're just well-rounded players, and I'm excited to work with them. Seeing Rob work at a new position as well, and seeing AJ come into year 2 is gonna be fun.
How do you prepare for your own competition? It's probably like year 3 or 4 or 5 of you where you're trying to fight for a starting job, fight for your spot there. How do you go into that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously kind of where you're at on the depth chart and stuff, but just trying to get better each day. Try not to make mistakes, but don't worry about making one either. So it's just how well you can improve, day to day. Anybody can have a good day, but it's how do you have 2 good days in a row is what usually I kind of focus on.
What kind of things has Flo done to encourage isn't the right word, but educate on vaccines?
It's just all about choice. It's whoever makes the choice to get it, to not get it, we support it, and that's about all he said on that.
So Jesse, what positions are we honing in on this time, or are we on a side, or are we working on the inside?
Yeah, we don't know. I don't. We'll see. It's a mixed bag. I can play anywhere. It depends on where they want me to play, and I just want to be on the field.
I guess for you, size-wise, obviously guard is a different position to tackle. Did you come in size-wise with a idea of where you wanted to be for a certain position?
Yeah, I started at right tackle last year, and like size as in my weight was like 315, and that's usually like kind of where I wanted to be, and that's where I came in this year, 315. I felt like I could move really well at guard and tackle. So it all depends on how well you can anchor, and my strength's been improving, so it's been good.
Christian just said that he has lost as much as double digits in weight in a given day because it's so warm out there. What about for you? What's it like trying to stay hydrated, and how much weight have you dropped on it?
Yeah, I mean, usually, it gets hot, and, middle of camp, it's like 8 to 10 pounds, sometimes 12. It's a struggle to try to fight off the cramps during the end of practice, but I don't know. Each year I try to, combat it and think I can do better, but it always creeps up on me. I'm cramping somewhere.
Is there anything you can do to prepare for that?
Get IVs, get Pedialyte, water, whatever, fuel, carbs, everything like that. You try.
I'm sorry. How often do you get IVs?
It depends, depends on my weight when I weigh in the morning, but if I feel like I need one, I'll get one, but try not to. I try to do it the right way with all the water and the Pedialyte. But
Jesse, wanted to ask you your observations of Liam from the offseason program as he tried to pick your brain.
Yeah, he's done a little bit of that. I've worked with him a few weeks down here, and he's a squared away guy. He's well rounded. He's coached well in college. I think he'll do just fine.
Jesse, I asked Christian about what you can get accomplished when there's no pads in a position that requires so much contact. For you, when you're not in pads, what are you looking to get done out there?
Yeah, you want to get like your technique, your footwork, your hand placement. Try to work on your pad level now, but it's more so just trying to do the small things and not worry about trying to make the collisions or move bodies that way. You want to probably more pass emphasis, kind of handwork, stuff like that.
You've been through this entire rebuild. I mean, 2 years ago at this point, certainly it was a much different circumstance. How rewarding is it now to kind of see it through, and now you guys are, your position?
Yeah, it's been fun, going through, first year to second, now third with the new coaching staff. But, they did a really good job, bringing in the right guys, the right coaches, and everybody's just been, really well coaching everybody like that. So it's been fun.
Speaking of coaches, you got a new one in Lim this offseason. Can you maybe describe to us what his style is and maybe how he's different than...
Yeah, Lim, he's fiery in a sense with work ethic and, respect. He doesn't want to yell at you or nothing like that. His individual drills are fast, competitive, and he wants to make it hard on you during that period. That way you get the team, and it's a little more relaxed in that setting. So, he's a good coach.
What's it like to have actually played with him?
Yeah, previous employment with Seattle. Yeah, I played with him, sat next to him in the room. We're good friends, but obviously he's my, my boss, so I treat him with that respect as well.
Do you feel like your versatility, obviously it's an asset which is going to keep you around, but do you feel like it could be a hindrance to earning a starting spot?
I try not to think that way. I try to look at it as a way of like, that I can play anywhere you want me to, but I try to make it competitive under everybody in that position. So I want to, kind of light a fire under everybody to, I want to start a spot, that's for sure. But I'll play any position the organization wants me at.
What do you see in Tua and the way he's approaching going into year 2?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of him in that vet camp. I think he's done a great job. I think he'll be a good player.
See, we always, last couple of years, ask you about all these young guys that you're kind of mentoring, taking under your wing, but now there's some more veterans in the room. Is there something that you've gleaned or learned from guys like DJ Fluker, Jermaine Illuminor, some of the new additions in the room?
Yeah, we only had like a couple days to work together, but, I think they offer a lot to the table as well, different aspects of their game that you can kind of take away, but I haven't really learned too much yet, but it'll be fun.
Good.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks.